So if you know anything about me, you probably have heard of the drip plugin.
We give it a little drip.
You just pull up a preset and it just sounds like...
We finna dive right into it. Check it out.
2 clicks. That's perfect.
I can't watch a goddamn video on YouTube without the fucking drip plugin.
I made that plugin with my friend Skylar, and when we first met, he sent me his plugin that he made. And since working together on drip and working on new plugins that we have coming in the future, I've been hearing him talk about this plugin, how long it took him to make it. It's the greatest plugin of all time. So recently, gave it a try. And I said, dude, this plugin is actually sick. We need to get this thing out there. This thing is awesome. That plugin that he sent me was called X. X is what you would call a dynamic imager. It's the first of its kind. Nothing has ever existed like this. Basically, what it does is it gets your sound to be as big as humanly possible.
Stereo with plugin utilizing dynamic imaging technology along with 2 Haas-affected delays interpolated between with LFO.
You can put your sound wherever you want. It's the widest, most stereo thing I've ever heard in my entire life. When you listen to your favorite song or instrumental or whatever you're listening to and it just sounds so big and huge, you can turn the volume up as loud as it gets and it sounds amazing. It's like, what is that? And then you listen to yours and it just sounds narrow, simple, basic. It just doesn't sound big. Basically, X just gives you that big, wide, huge stereo sound with a bunch of presets. The main thing I've been using X on recently has been vocals and melodies, counter melodies. It also has some crazy unique presets. Before the end of this video, I'm gonna show you all the best ones and my favorite ones and the most useful ones. So for the next 72 hours, we're gonna be doing KYLEBEATS discount on X. Just go to xplugin.co and use the code KYLEBEATS, or just click the link in the description. If you're trying to get a more professional sound, this might be helpful for you. So I'm gonna show you some exaggerated examples on a couple of ways that I like to use this plugin. I got these vocals from the song I did with Young Jaggy Boy.
Girl, you always bluffing. I just slipped that 10-piece, I ain't frontin'.
So I'm gonna open up X on the vocals real quick and show you an extreme example. I'm gonna turn this thing up all the way just so you can really see and hear just the difference of what it can do.
If I could, I would feel nothing. Girl, you always bluffing. I just slipped that 10-piece, I ain't frontin'.
I went in here, these are all the presets. There's a ton of presets. The cool part about this is you can actually customize your own and save them, and they're just there in user. I have this crazy one, literally called Crazy One, that I made. I'm gonna go into vocals and then select the everywhere preset, and here's like a little visualizer of where the sound is.
If I could, I would feel nothing.
If I was really gonna use this, I wouldn't have it turned up all the way. I'd probably turn this down to here.
If I could, I would feel nothing.
That sounds pretty good. If I had this on the ad-libs or like the doubles, like the background vocals, I'd probably crank this up or pick another preset. It's super useful on like the counter melodies or like the background textures, the background vocals, and the main melodies too, but. So I really want to put the radio waves preset on here. Do an automation clip, sounds like this. Cuts out the lows, adds a little bit of just like nice, just sounds like a cool radio type of vibe to it that I couldn't really get just by putting an EQ or something like that. I don't know what the heck it's really doing. I'm also gonna put this other preset called Flex Capacitor. And I got this hyper and warp sections on here, but I just kind of turned those down for now. So here's before. Here's after the stereo. And then after both. So it's just gonna give us that absolutely huge, insane sound that we need, especially on the drop. But let's get it. Oh, there it is right there. I'm gonna do the automations clips 1 and 2. The first one is just like the basic stereo preset for X. The second one is like that radio sounding preset. So I'm gonna put an automation clip so that this part is gonna have the radio effect on it. And then when the beat drops, it's gonna bring in that super stereo and it's just gonna be huge, dude. So it's gonna go from this like radio type feel into the huge just drop. There's no 808 or anything yet, but. amazing, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's that professional touch. Professional touch that I'm fucking talking about. That's why I started using this thing. All right, let's see if we can arrange this. Oh, listen to the difference, dude. Here's with X. Here's without X. Sounds tiny, dude. Yeah, yeah. This is the hook, and then this goes into the drop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm shooting thumbs in the bitch, wow, that's fire. 2 clicks. Time to put your sound into a new dimension. Instantly turn your music from dry and stale into the ultimate wide stereo complete sound. Introducing X, the world's first dynamic imager. In the main engine, choose from over 95 psychoacoustic presets that are sure to impress. Use warp drive and hyperspeed custom modulating tools to take your tracks to new dimensions. So put your sound exactly where you want it. Say goodbye to trial and error. Get an impressive, professional sounding track instantly with X.